On the way home, reverse the motor.
Well, Suzy, this is it. You're leaving the old racecourse. And how long have you been here?
So we've been here 17 years now. So I came here when I was 25, started training.
Right. And lots of great memories.
Lots of great memories.
Yeah.
So when I first came here, I only had the front row, and so I basically started with 5 or 6 horses round the front and pretty much did it all myself.
Yeah.
Tom McGovern was next door to us at the time, and we initially shared the gallops with Tom McGovern for the first season or 2 maybe, and he'd just put in the all-weather gallop at that point. So we had just before we came, and he was always wanting more horses here.
Yeah.
Jerry Enright was here next door.
Jerry,
so he's a good friend, and he's in Findon at the moment, so he's quite excited we're arriving there. So it's been a fantastic place to train.
Yeah. And what would be your race in terms of racing? What would be the day you most remember at the races while you were here?
Oh, there are quite a few. I think we had in 2008 we had a Royal Ascot winner, which was actually our first winner on the flat. We'd only had about 5 runners, maybe 10 runners max on the flat, and it was quite amusing because all the flat trainers, it's like our Cheltenham really, and I bought the horse to go hurdling, and everyone was, how many flat horses have you got? And I was like, well, 1. How many winners have you had on the flat? Oh, this is the first one. No, like, my goodness, we've been trying to win here for years. But that Material World, obviously our first winner, and she only had 1 eye.
Wow.
So I remember my first season, and we'd had quite a few placed horses. But I bought her as a young horse, and sadly she lost her eye. She had a fall on the gallops. Actually, someone was coming down the gallops the other way that shouldn't have been. Someone straying, from where they should be. She fell, and we think she must have got a bit of fungal infection in her eye, and she lost her eye. And it was I was thinking, oh well, I'm not going to have a winner on my first season, and it was the last race of the last day of the season, the bumper.
And where was that?
The Market Raisin.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so I'd taken her up there, and Jerry Enright actually had the favourite. We'd gone up together. And so he had a horse called Rome that had won its bumper previously.
Yeah.
And we had the one-eyed horse, and of course people thought she had 1 eye. She was about 50 to 1.
Yeah.
And she won by about 10 lengths going away. And then she won another bumper, then she won a hurdle, she won the Temps qualifier at Cheltenham, and she was second at the Cheltenham Festival, and I think she would have actually won the Temps, but the horse came on the blind side at the end, and she couldn't see it, and but yeah, that was, I mean, I suppose her really, my first winner, you always remember that. She was special because she had 1 eye. She got us going, and from there we had, because of her, we got another nice mare called Golden Bay that won a listed race for us at Cheltenham, and
Really?
Yeah, lots of them. Amy Gale was a brilliant mare for us. She won the mares final at Newbury. And we've still got Material Worlds and Amy Gale, so they're brood mares now. So, there were quite a few good days, really. And of course, I've always, all of us love Plumpton.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, actually, every time we go to Plumpton, we have a good day, no matter whatever the horse runs. It's just a nice atmosphere with great people, and it's a great track. Yeah.
Well, you'll be very close to Cromwell.
Be very close to Cromwell. Plumpton's still only about 40 minutes away, so we'll still, easily get there.
How many horses will you be able to have at
So we've taken 22 boxes initially, There's 65 there, which I'm not obviously intending to fill straight away. But we have actually, when Lady Anne had it, Lady Harry, she had a stud and a racing setup, and so a lot of the boxes there are these big stud broodmare boxes, and we've got probably between us and some of our clients maybe 20 horses because we have in Ireland at the stud. So we're hoping to bring those back because we have the land to do it. That would take us up to about 40 odd straight away, but we're just sort of doing things up and getting them how we like at the moment, and it could be a funny old season with COVID. So hopefully we don't have a second wave of it, but you know.
So is there a lot of work needed doing on the place?
Yes.
Really?
Oh my goodness. I'm quite surprised at the amount of work. So, you know, between ourselves and our team and the estate team, we're working flat out on it, but it looks a different yard already.
What about the gallop? What state are the gallops in?
The gallops are in good condition, so they've got great facilities there. They've got a mile grass gallop on an incline, they've got a 1.5 mile soft track or weather gallop, which is on an incline, and then a 5 furlong wood chip gallop. But it's on a 6,500 acre estate, so you can ride for. It's like here, you know, that's the beauty of here as well, because you've got the downs to ride. You know, not just the racecourse, but it's similar. In that respect.
Brilliant. Okay. Anybody questions? Anyone wants to ask Suzy? He's gone. Barry's emotional. Well, I think we'd like to say, on behalf of Barry, I think, from our club, Racecourse Club, really appreciate the support that you've given us. You know, because you didn't have to, and not everyone has been, you know, as supportive, shall we say, but you've been great. And I know it's meant a lot to Barry and everyone else that, you know, we were able to come up here and, you know, have our festival and have the exhibition and all the support you've given to us over the years, you know, since we formed in 2012, wasn't it? We formed, so, you know, you've been very supportive all the way through. We really appreciate that, don't we?
Well, I think Tess and Elf around the flowers, though, don't you?
There's just some more bits just to say lots and lots of love.
You're
Fantastic, and thank you.
Where's those tissues?
Don't.
I want to copy, but I can't.
Barry, do you want to?
I thought I was doing so well.
Do you want to? I don't know what these are.
And this is taken from an area during the festival. And that one is Tessa's granddad's in here, by the way, Tom Masson. That's when he probably had it very his last year. And he signed it as well.
Oh, fair.
And that's about it then. I'm going to do the paintings.
That's more paint.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. I can put that up. I shall put this up in the new yard.
I'll take some photos.
Yeah, that's it,
Can we have
exactly.
we'll be able to take some photos? And take a photo. And I don't know how this works now. Oh.
Barrier technology.
I tell you who I am. I've got to get close up. There you go.
Wow.
Nice one. Thank you very much. Wonderful. And on there.